Good day everyone, I'm Estela Talumpinis, one of the presenter for today's discussion on the employment status of Barangay Talustosan. Joining me are my fellow presenters, Mia Casas, who will also be sharing insight during the presentation, John Lloyd Agustin, who will also help us examine the employment condition in the barangay, and the Ria Lynn Ramirez, a Bachelor of Arts in Economics students focusing on labor economics, who will be discussing the local employment challenges and the opportunities. Together, we aim to provide a clear and comprehensive overview of the employment landscape in Barangay Talustosan. Historical background of Barangay Talustosan by Reverend Father Idelino Suyom. According to Suyom, historical background and the physical description of Barangay Talustosan. Barangay Talustosan was one dense forest first inhabited around 1905. Early settlers made a living by cutting trees and selling lumbers because of the area's steep terrain. They transported wood by pulling it down with ropes, a method called talustus, which inspired the barangay's name over the years. More families settled, cultivated crops, and developed the land. In 1918, Talustosan was officially recognized as a barrio and the first community school was opened. The San Isidro Labrador Chapel was built in 1954 and later became one of the most beautiful chapels in the province. Through continued progress in education, infrastructure, and the faith, Talustosan has grown into a united and prosperous community.
We use to gather the data of Barangay Talustosan, including employment status and other relevant information, were personally gathered by the group members to visit to the barangay, with formal approval and assistance from barangay captain and its official.
Based on the Barangay Talustosan Monitoring Report for the second semester of 2024, the barangay has a total population of 2,635 residents. The population is fairly balanced in terms of gender distribution, with 1,315 males and 1,362 females, showing a slightly higher number of women. The majority of residents fall within the working age population, 15 to 64 years old, making up over half of the barangay's total population. Meanwhile, a considerable segment consists of children aged 0 to 14, indicating a young demographic that may require continued support in basic education and child care services. This is also smaller but notable number of senior citizens, which is 60 years old and above, which reflects the needs for accessible health and social welfare programs. Overall, the demographic structure suggests a community with a broad labor potential, but also with dependent groups. Both young and elderly requires economic support from the productive population. This demographic information serves as a foundational basis for assessing the labor force distribution, employment capacity, and the social economic needs of the residents.
Based on the data of Barangay Talustosan Naval, biliran, is a critical concern as indicated by the recent data with a labor force of 718 individuals and 511 reported as unemployed. The ratio of unemployment to the total labor force is approximately 71.17%. These figures reveals a high unemployment level. The substantial percentage suggests that a significant portion of the community workforce is currently without employment, potentially due to factors such as economic downturns, skills mismatches, or general lack of job opportunities.
The employment profile of Barangay Talustosan Naval Biliran reflect a relatively low labor force absorption rate when compared to the total population, with less than 150 of residents engaged in employment and significant portion remaining unemployment. Barangay exhibit a need for stronger livelihood assistance and job facilitation mechanism. The absence of reporting underemployment may indicate either data limitation of minimal information or part-time labor arrangement.
Overall, The socioeconomic condition of barangay suggests the importance of interventions such as skill development programs, entrepreneurship support, and employment linkage initiatives to enhance local productivity and reduce unemployment.
That's all our video presentation. Hoping everyone learns and enjoy watching.